Hello, it's Thursday. So this week I need to make a dragon because it's been ages. So I'm just going to start with some sketching because while I know I want to make a dragon, I don't really have anything specific in mind yet. So I thought it could be interesting to explore something planty or mushroomy, but the more I played with shapes, the more I kept coming back to sprinkles. A dragon encrusted with a bunch of pretty pastel sprinkles. Sprinkle dragon, that's enough for me to start with. So I'm going to knock these base pieces out pretty fast, as I don't really think they're going to be the most interesting part of this project. I'm going to start with the head. So I started by making the head and then got carried away and made the body and tail as one piece. So with that done, I think it's time to start thinking about his legs. Now, a lot of contemporary dragons out there are definitely based on feline influences. They are basically brightly coloured magical cats. But I've always been more of a dog person, so what I'm thinking for my little guy today is that I'm going to make him a brightly coloured magical dog. And I'm thinking specifically of like a Dachshund type influence, so I want his legs to be cute little stumpy ones. Stumpy little legs with toes. Gotta have toes. So I have been coming up with the backstory of Sprinkles here, and that is he's a very small dragon, and small dragons kind of need different rules because they also want to hoard. Like big dragons, they have their big piles of treasure that they sit on, but small dragons can't really compete with that. And so this little guy has the hoarding instinct, but he doesn't know what to do with it. And then one day he stumbled into a bakery as they were decorating the cakes, and he fell into a giant bucket of sprinkles and became basically sugar encrusted. And since then he has been hoarding cake decorations, and he is Sprinkles the bakery dragon. Now with the legs done, I think the next thing we need to make on him is going to be his face. So to make a face piece for something like this, the trick is just to try it on after every single row and make sure it's fitting exactly how you expect it to. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so now that that's done, one of the top requests that I get on my videos in general is dragon wings. So we're just going to take a little second and I'm going to step you through the process I am going to take to build the wings for this fellow. So start by making a flat piece for your inner wing, and I'll pop the pattern that I'm using today on the screen. And I'm going with white just because it's an easy color to cover over. So next we want to make the main arm of the wing. So it needs to be the length of the entire top edge of your wing and wide enough that you can fold it over the edge. You can also tuck wire in there as well when we go to attach it to give your wing extra strength or posability. Now that's already a basic wing, but this isn't a basic dragon. At minimum, I would suggest stitching on the main structural lines, and they are from the apex at the top of the wing down to each of the points at the bottom. And I'm going to create an extra toe and stitch it onto that top corner thing to act as like the finger claw. So that is a perfectly serviceable wing, right? For this today, I am going to be sugar crusting everything, so a lot of this is potentially going to get covered up with different bits and pieces. So I'm going to ornament this wing a little bit now. After the wings, I made the ears. And the main jelly bean type horns for the head and tail. Honestly, I pinned and repinned the pieces for Sprinkles so many times it's a miracle he isn't completely needle felted. So I think the next pieces will have to be the chest pieces because I know that I want to create like frills of some kind going down his chest, over his belly, and then all the way up to the tip of his tail. So I think we're going to do that now. Because that's what's stopping me from starting to like sew things together and really get this ball rolling. Do you like my jumper? I got really angry at something that happened this week and I just had to channel that rage somewhere because it went on for several days. And so we have our Rainbow Rage sweater. Yeah. Yeah. The eyes are causing me problems at the moment, so I tried crocheting some. I really didn't like those. They didn't turn out at all to plan. Now, I did try a variety of different combinations, including safety eyes, before settling on these pale green ones. I do think they might be a little too pale, but I've made my peace with them. So now that we've made those pieces, I think I'm just going to stop and stitch together and kind of reassess where we need to go from here. So now all we need is sprinkles. Lots and lots and lots of sprinkles. And I'm going to crust the whole sort of top section of him. It's going to go all the way down his neck and down his back, all the way up to the tip of his tail. And I'm going to bring it down over the tops of his legs as well, I think. So I just need to create basically 1,000 tiny little balls. So from here, all I really need to do is start attaching all of those sprinkles. So this will probably be the last kind of like pause I take in the story. And from here, you should just enjoy the sugary montage. All right.